I mean, I know, for example, in my job, like I have been booked to go into households by a parent who just wants their kid to see that an autistic person can have a job, literally. And they don't realize that when you go into that space that you can be kind of bringing a complete change to their family dynamic by coming in with a sense of complete acceptance for how their world is and how they manage it, and whatever their support needs are completely acceptable. It really fundamentally shifts a family, is my experience. I've got a couple of families that I work with who now only see and use neurodivergent therapists and workers.
Me. That's what we
It
do.
does make a difference, yeah. And I've got a couple of households with different dynamics. So in one household, there's a young person who doesn't really leave the house. Like, they do have additional diagnosis of agoraphobia. And there's also a sibling who is desperate to go out and do activities all the time. And that they become really difficult things for someone who's home alone as a parent to manage. So they need certain people who can come in, but there are really significant impacts for the children on having the wrong person in the space. So you've got to meet that need to have a relationship. And I think it's having an approach, and it might be a really autistic thing, but it is certainly a sort of, I guess, a theoretical approach to working with people, that you can just be horizontalized. Yeah, sure, I'm their therapist, but I'm not a person who actually sits above them in life. Like, I share back with them. The reason I can connect so well to kids is that if we're in a setting where I can see that they're struggling with a sensory issue, I will ask them straight up, like, oh, are you finding the lights really bright, or is the background noise getting to you? And they'll be like, well, how did you know that? And you're like, oh, because I experience those things too. So you actually horizontalize the process. And it's a really fast way to build trust.